Yo, Elliot. Yo, so today we got a question from my bro, Paul Harris. He goes on to say, yo, Elliot, what's the most cost-effective way to build a home gym? If you had like only $500 to build a home gym, what would you get? A barbell set, a set of kettlebells, lots of bands, pull-up bar, etc. That's a real good question. I like your question because the other day I was reading this book that was written in like 1908, and it was by these like old-time bodybuilders. And back then they didn't have power racks, but they did have barbells. And so the reason why I say that is because I think if you just buy a barbell set, which I think will cost you less than $500, maybe around $300, just a straight up barbell, just one straight barbell, don't even have to be a magnificent bar. They got magnificent bars out there, right? They got bars that are like super special bars. You don't need a special bar. Just get one regular bar, and then you get a set of plates, right? And the plates, they shouldn't cost you that much. I would say your whole setup together, you should have at least 315 pounds, maybe up to 400 pounds, right, of just straight up iron and clips. And I don't think it will cost you very much. Now, the beauty is that with a barbell and plates, you can do what? You can do bent over rows, you can do deadlifts, you can do clean and press, you can do overhead press, you can do landmine press, you could do rotation exercises, right? You can do all those exercises that require that you just pick up the barbell off the floor, right? Like curls, right? You could do tricep extensions, right? You could do floor press. You could just lay on the floor, have a friend hand it to you, or you put them up on blocks, right? Just put them up on blocks, take it off the blocks, and you can do floor press. You can do everything, and you don't even need a power rack, bro, because I was watching these guys on this old book that I'm telling you about, and these dudes back, they were on another level in terms of grit and strength, and they were just more manly men back then. And what these guys would do, because they didn't have power racks, right? Maybe they weren't as smart as us because we got power racks, but they didn't invent the power rack yet. What they would do is they would load up a barbell, and this was how you squatted. This is how guys squatted back in the day. You load up the barbell, and then they would tip the bar up like this. So you can imagine the barbell's like this, and then they would get under it like this, and bring the barbell up. That seems like a back snapping exercise, right? But these guys were so strong, they were such brutes that they didn't care. That's how they got a barbell on their freaking back. Right? Maybe you want to do it from each side so you can kind of balance yourself out. But you don't need much, man. All you really need is a barbell. Now, barbell and plates, I'll give you another option also, especially if you got a few extra bucks. I would say get some sandbags. Get some sandbags because they're so versatile. They're so cheap. You could just fill them with sand. You could take some sand out. You could do whatever you want. They come in different sizes. I bought my wife, this one's 50 pounds. 50 pounds right here, man. 50 pounds. I can do a lot of stuff with this, right? I can do a lot of workouts with just a 50-pound sandbag. And then I got a 100 one, and I got a 200 one. And I might get more. I might get more shapes and sizes of sandbags. I really, really love sandbags because unlike the barbell, which is great, I love the barbell, the sandbags, they mimic strongman and functional exercise that much better. So you might want to go on Amazon. I think I paid, I don't know, 50 bucks, something like that for this, right? Just real generic sandbag. I filled it up with sand from my yard because I live in Florida and it's a big goddamn beach. And there I go, I have that. So those would be the two things I would, with the sandbag, you can, because like with a barbell, there's certain exercises you can't do because it's so big. With a sandbag, you could just take that little sandbag and treat it like a dumbbell, right? Like I was doing just those presses right here before, right? You could take it, you could do your overhead stuff with it, right? You could do all kinds of stuff with a sandbag. So I say barbells and sandbags, dude. Done.